I thought it was pretty classic in that video where the guy and the girl are sitting side by side. Obviously, they were lovers, and they're sending each other text messages. Oh, lots of love, you know. You know, they don't even look at each other so much. People sit in the same house and text each other, you know, from one room to the next. We, you know, have gone in the wrong direction. But any of these material directions, whether it's, you know, because of electronic, you know, achievement, or whether it's not, you know, if it's not a spiritual direction, it's the wrong direction. No material direction of life is the right direction. Why? Because we're spirit soul. I am not my material body. If you look at all the advancement and achievements that we've made in the last 100 years, let's say, since the Industrial Revolution, it's all been based on the body, making it so I, who I think I am, my body, my physical body, my mental body, am more comfortable, I'm enjoying my senses more. You see, all these achievements to make us, our bodies and minds, false identity, the false us, to make us more happy, haven't. Because as we've increased in this ability, the more unhappy we are as individuals, as nations, as societies. See, who can deny that? It's true. And it's so obvious we're going in the wrong direction, but nobody can catch it. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to go in the right direction. Just like the closing shot on the video. People just walking to the cliff and going over the next one. And then just, one time I saw a cartoon, again, it was very along these lines, and it was sheep. And they were all like thousands of sheep just going like this, all together and going over the cliff, just like in the video. Just all these sheep going over the cliff together and, you know, dying on the rocks below. And there was one black sheep, and he was going the other way, you know, and he's going, trying to weave his way through this massive herd of sheep. And he's going, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. And he's going up. And they just... The black sheep, get it? He's the odd guy. He's the guy that's like, why don't you be like us? You know, why don't you just come with us? Go with the flow. You know, very popular concept of like, just go with the flow. You know, the flow is going this way, just jump on, you know, and you'll be fine. The reality is you won't be fine because the flow is going over the cliff, you see. The flow is away from spiritual life and more immerse ourselves in material life, and there's more and more ways to do that. And the future is just beginning. I mean, come on, all the things they have planned, you know, the virtual realities, you know, the enhanced, you know, vision and consciousness through looking through these special glasses and so on, the artificial intelligence movement, you know, yeah, this is going to be good. It's not going to be good. There's no good there. You see? It takes us further and further away from who we are. We're spirit souls. We're not the material bodies. No matter how much I enhance my material experience, see, all that does is take me away from my real experience of life. See, I'm completely overpowered by the mind, by the senses, by these false concepts. And I'm lonely. Why do we feel lonely in a crowd? Why do we feel lonely, although we're more connected than we've ever been? You know? Why? Because I'm not connected, spiritually speaking. See, even with each other, we're all spirit souls. It's not just one person is and the rest aren't. Every living entity is a spiritual person. See, not only humans. We're so buried in our whole concepts of humanity that we don't even recognize that other living entities are people too. They're spirit souls just like us. They're not just dogs and cats and snakes and butterflies and birds and fish. They are people, just like we are people. There's no difference. They're spirit souls, we're spirit souls. On the spiritual level, we're all equal. We're individuals. We're not all the same one individual, one connected. Well, that's not the right to say. We're not only one spirit, we're all individual spiritual persons, but we're all spirit. Whether I'm in a tree body, whether I'm in a butterfly body or a fish body or a human body, it's no different. I just have a different suit on for that lifetime. You see, I put on a different set of clothes and I come in, hi, I'm a dog. I put on another suit, hi, I'm a human. See? And we have a set of senses, a certain intelligence and a certain mental facility and consciousness and false identity. And so the dog acts like a dog. He thinks he's a dog, I'm a dog. And the human acts like a human. Yes, I'm a human, and blah, blah, blah. You see? But it's all false identity. None of it's true. None. We're spirit souls. And we can't change that. That's an eternal truth. Remember, spirit's eternal. I won't become somebody else in my next life. You know? We give a lot of lectures on reincarnation. You can't separate reincarnation from life. It's just a part of life. You know? So I present this truth many times. And one time this guy in Moscow came up to me, and I was already informed before the lecture that this guy was an authority on reincarnation. I said, oh, I see. So after the lecture, immediately he comes up and introduced himself as this authority, you know. And he said, do you know who you were in your last life? I said, sure, I know who it was. He said, who were you? Very challenging. You know? I said, I was spirit soul, same person I am now. He said, no, I don't mean that. He says, I know who I was in my last 2 lives. He said, 2 lifetimes ago, I was a great yogi in the Himalayas. In the last lifetime, I was a beautiful princess. I was thinking to myself, you didn't do too good as a yogi, did you? Sitting in your cave thinking of women. But anyway, this is the idea. We're the same. We don't become another person. We just take on another false identity, put on another clown suit, you know, and come dancing out, playing another game, you know, smiling. You know, clowns smile all the time, you see. But inside, you know, not the same.